Around the Ozarks is now on your FM radio. Listen to Around the Ozarks mornings with Grace Gooley as I spotlight local people, stories, and podcasts, all while playing the country legends of the 90s and the hit makers of the 2000s. It's on the Ozarks Best Country, 105.1 The Bull. It's time for Around the Ozarks News, brought to you by the Springfield Greene County Park Board, Thompson Sales, Kitchenland USA, Advanced Car Care Center, and Smouse Brothers Foundation Repair. Here are your hosts, Ethan and Sarah Foreheads.
Good day to you on Monday. Hope you had a great weekend, and the work week starts, but it'll be a short one because Thanksgiving is upcoming, which is very exciting. We'll talk more about that as we get closer to it, but we're going to start you on this Monday with some news.
All right, the battle over the northwest corner of Sunshine and National continues. For the fifth time in 3 years, Springfield's Planning and Zoning Commission could not reach a decision on a proposal to rezone that land for a possible hotel. The vote ended in a 3-3 tie, which means the issue will return again on December 18th, but with no public comment at that time. The developer BK&M says they want the option to sell the property with hotel rights before the new city zoning takes effect in April. Interesting.
I don't think it's ever going to end. It just keeps going on.
Because it has become personal. You can tell. You know what I mean?
Well, I mean, I don't know if that's, it's going to go on for a while, I guess.
So, all right, a broken sprinkler line inside Missouri State's Plaster Stadium flooded the north part of the building. Pretty wild in there. About a foot of water filled the area right by the racquetball and handball courts, which will now be closed until the spring semester. Springfield firefighters responded to a fire alarm and ended up helping push water out of the building. The rest of the stadium remains open and will be just fine for Saturday's final home football game.
Boy, that's not what you want to see. You never want to walk into a building and see a bunch of water. That's the worst. I mean, it's terrible. Obviously, at home is the worst place for that, unless it's your business and you're not allowed to have your business running. So that also is pretty awful. But it sounds like without the racquetball and handball that they're going to be able to fix it and be okay. So big game coming up on Saturday there. We'll tell you more about that in a second. Meanwhile, this news from Missouri State, former president of the university, Arthur Mallory, has passed away at the age of 89. Mr. Mallory led the university from 1964 to 1971. During that time, he more than doubled enrollment and added landmark buildings, including Craig Hall and Temple Hall. He later served as Missouri's Commissioner of Education for 16 years. So Arthur Mallory has passed away. If you've driven 65 over the weekend, you saw it in Ozark. A massive new pedestrian bridge now spans 6 lanes of Highway 65 there as part of the Chadwick Flyer Trail. 52-ton structure will open to walkers coming up in the spring. The project costs about $5.5 million. It will eventually connect Ozark to Springfield and back through a trail system, which is exciting. The trail honors a historic rail line that once ran between Christian County and Springfield.
Yeah,
So,
I have not seen it yet, so I'm actually excited to drive it.
we drove under it. I was with the boy yesterday going to soccer practice, and we drove under it, and I pointed it out to him, and it's big.
That's cool. That's fun. Also, I noticed that you are a true Saint Lucian. Is that what they call you people from St.
No,
Louis?
they actually don't. It's Lewiston. St. Lewiston.
St. Lewiston?
Yeah.
Because you said the Chadwick Flyer Trail. I would have said the Chadwick Flyer Trail.
Because of how I say Six Flags?
Exactly. And Taco Bell.
How do you say Taco Bell?
Taco Bell. Is the word that you hit in that.
Oh, no, I hit the tacos when I'm going to Taco Bell.
Well, when you speak for a living, you should say Taco Bell.
Well, where's this rule?
It's
Where's this rule you
simple
speak
grammatics. Simple grammatics. But yeah, I seriously, you said Chadwick Flyer Trail. I mean, you did it. I don't know. That's how I know where people are from, is what word they hit in a sentence. And
Okay. It's a
I
St.
don't know.
Louis thing.
It's
All
fine.
right.
Yeah.
Speaking of St. Louis and that part of the state, reminder over the last few days that the New Madrid fault line, and it is New
Yee.
Madrid fault line in Missouri, is still alive and well. They're actually not strong because they didn't cause any damage. A lot of people didn't feel them, but it's a reminder because the big one could be coming. The area experiences hundreds of micro quakes every year, and experts predict a major earthquake there in the next 50 years. And when we say major, we actually mean major. Extremely powerful earthquakes along the New Madrid Fault happened back in the early 1800s. They were felt, get this, from the St. Louis area. They were felt to Boston, or in Boston, up in Canada, and all the way down to New Orleans.
Wow.
So imagine how powerful that is, being close
Yikes.
to it if they're feeling it that far away.
Also, when you say 2 small earthquakes hit there just minutes apart, I wonder if you can define that. Like, did they define that? Like, did they say?
Yeah. Oh, the sizes, they were like 1.8 and 2.0. So
Oh, okay. Yeah.
very small.
So, all right. Because,
Very small.
small is a relative term when you're talking about earthquake. If I feel the earthquaking at all, it's not small to me because
Yeah.
I've never felt the earthquaking in my life. Therefore, I feel like I'd be like, "Wah! We're gonna get swallowed up."
Yeah, you got to freak out at that point.
Yeah. So
No, there wasn't much freaking out to do, but
okay. Fair enough.
Hmm.
After 13 years, Springfield's Candy Cane Lane drive-through light display at Rutledge Wilson Farm Park will not happen this year. What? The reason is rising cost and staffing issues made it too difficult to continue. The Springfield Greene County Park Board is still putting on Gardens Aglow at the Japanese Stroll Garden, which, by the way, is amazing. So enjoy that one instead.
yeah, it's just a different place to go. You can see fantastic lights, but I get it. It
Yeah.
takes a lot of people and a lot of time and money to set up those lights year in and year out.
Yeah.
Well, it was a nail biter. I don't know if you saw this. I know you were last night. You were and yesterday at a swim meet up in Kansas City. You probably heard the cheers from Arrowhead. Nail biter. The Kansas City Chiefs ended up keeping their playoff hopes alive with a thrilling 23-20 overtime win against the Indianapolis Colts. Patrick Mahomes threw for a season-high 352 yards and led a fourth-quarter comeback after trailing 20-9 at one point. Harrison Butker sealed the game with his 5th field goal, 27-yarder in overtime.
Wow.
The Chiefs are now 6-5. They had a chance to be 5-6, which would have been awful. So they are now back in the AFC playoff hunt, which is huge. And, of course, they don't have much time to recover because on Thursday, Thanksgiving, they play the Dallas Cowboys in Dallas at 3:30 kickoff. So eat your turkey and root on the Chiefs. The Cowboys had a big come from behind victory yesterday as well. So they're both riding high, but only one's going to come out. I think it'll be the Chiefs on Thanksgiving. And then it was a tough loss for Missouri State, the Bears, on Saturday in Georgia. They lost to Kennesaw State 41-34. The Bears are now 7-4 on the season, still having a great season. 5-2 in Conference USA, their very first time in that conference, first season in the conference. That puts them in 4th place in the conference. They play on Saturday at home. Their last home game, as Sarah mentioned earlier, against Louisiana Tech, 1 p.m. kickoff. So it'd be a good one to get to and root on the local team because they're having a whale of a season.
Yes, they are. Very cool.
And the 22-ranked Missouri Tigers fell to the number 8-ranked Oklahoma Sooners over the weekend, 17-6 in Norman, Oklahoma. They are now 3-4 in the SEC, 10th place in the SEC, yet they're 22 in the country. That ought to tell you something about the SEC. On Saturday, they will take on the Arkansas Razorbacks at Arkansas.
Okay. Springfield's 31st annual Turkey Trot 5K returns on Thanksgiving Day in the morning downtown at 8 a.m. Runners can still register, and participants are asked to bring 7 non-perishable food items for Ozarks Food Harvest. The event helps support the Developmental Center of the Ozarks and the Park Board Youth Scholarships. Packet pickup and late registration take place at the Springfield Expo Center.
Okay. Are you running?
We will be there.
Are you running with Griffin? Because he was talking yesterday, and I think he's going to kill it. I think he's going to run fast.
Griffin could be, his current time would put him in like the top 10. And, but there's some 19-year-olds who do that race who will likely take it. Griffin's 12. But he was looking up the times over the last couple years online to see what they were. And so we'll see what happens. But am I running with Griffin? No, I cannot actually. I can't run with Griffin, as it turns out.
So you're going to turn him loose?
The girls are more my speed. I'll probably turn him loose. That's why you, sir, are going to have to stand at the finish line.
I'll be there. I'm the support crew. Where else do you think I'm going to be?
Well, I want you to bring the dogs. So
yeah, well, I don't know about that.
Yes, sir. They came last year. I got to see a picture of them on my phone. It was a memory. Actually popped up today. And so I'm going to need you to do that again.
Well, you're becoming a crazy dog lady is what's happening. And right in front of my very eyes.
I love my dogs. But let me tell you, you guys, everybody stay tuned. This is my daughter's literature book that she's supposed to be reading for school. Yeah. Like when it says like the dog ate my homework. I don't know. Mrs. Nelson, if you're watching, the dog literally ate Ainsley's homework. This is a true story.
That's true. That's an actual book that she's reading right now?
Yeah.
I saw it. Yeah. You were gone yesterday. I came in. The neighbors had us over for a little cul-de-sac get together, which was very nice.
Right here?
But I came home and your dog had eaten that book. It was on the floor in the office where you are. So
I just need to show you, babe. Listen, I know I look a little distracted, but she heard us talking about her.
Yeah, she's something else, isn't her?
She heard us talking about her. Here she is. It's funny. She never does that, but she came in. She saw me.
She never does that. She ripped up the wall in our closet.
No. She saw me raining down the book, and she knew she was guilty, so she was coming over to apologize.
Yeah, well, she didn't apologize to me.
She did to me. She knows.
Okay.
All right.
Well, short week. That's nice.
Yeah, it's exciting. We'll be back here. We will be back here. I think until Thursday. Yeah. So keep tuning in until actual Thanksgiving, even though I know some people are off for the week.
Yeah, we'll be here Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday. Yep. Okay. See you tomorrow.
All right. Have a good one.
It's time for Around the Ozarks Wake Up Weather, brought to you by Command Family Medicine, Heating and Air Paramedics, The Trailer Ranch, Hewitt Messenger, and Taylor Grubaugh Chevrolet. Here's your host, meteorologist Abby Dyer.
Good morning, everybody. Welcome to your Monday, Thanksgiving week. Hard to believe it. And we are waking up with temperatures that are rather mild, but it is not going to be a very nice day across the Ozarks today. In fact, a dense fog advisory exists for some of our eastern counties, and others are seeing the rain on the radar. We saw that kind of blossom on the radar out in Oklahoma late last night, moving into the Ozarks. And today I'm expecting kind of light to moderate downpours pretty much all day. Morning numbers are in the mid 40s. We'll only warm about 10 degrees today and eventually land in the middle 50s. The national map today shows that all of the heavy rain is just to our south. So today, light to moderate widespread showers, though, for the Ozarks. Heavy rain and even severe weather possible for portions of Texas, back up through portions of Arkansas and Louisiana, maybe into even portions of western Mississippi. We continue to see light rain on the radar. It will be widespread at times, and visibility has been dropped dropped in a lot of places. In fact, even yesterday afternoon, there was widespread reports of reduced visibility across much of the state of Missouri. We are seeing some of that low visibility this morning, so do use caution. Eastern counties, areas east of Highway 65, have a dense fog advisory that lifts at 9 a.m. today. Even once that lifts, though, visibility could not be great because I've got widespread rain showers in the forecast. This is going to limit our highs today. I've got highs back into the middle 50s by the afternoon. We do have a north wind coming with that, and it will be gusting to 20 miles an hour or higher. So not a great day to be outdoors. I do have colder, but clearer weather in the forecast as we head closer to the Thanksgiving holiday. I think it will be mostly dry with below normal temperatures starting Tuesday, lasting through Friday of this week. So that includes the Thanksgiving holiday. Regional travel around the Midwest should be nice if you're traveling Wednesday, Thursday, the biggest travel days of the year. If you're looking out a little bit further, well, temperatures do appear that they're going to turn rather cold as we begin the month of December. Highs are going to be in the 40s, though, this week to near 50 degrees, and low temperatures will likely be in the 20s and 30s. We will see widespread rain in the forecast on Monday. Temperatures will be in the upper 50s to near 60 degrees with on and off rain most of the day. Overnight, we will see those rain chances continue. We've got isolated rain chances in the forecast on Tuesday, but I think most of it's out of here after tonight. We'll see high temperatures back into the low 60s tomorrow. Then the cool down, you'll notice it Wednesday. High temperatures fall to the 40s, but it will be mostly sunny. So we have the colder temperatures, but not quite some of the bitter cold that the models were showing last week. So at least cold, but not totally unreasonable and maybe just to be expected for this time of the year. Generally this week, highs will be in the 40s and low 50s, as I mentioned, and low temperatures will be either side of 30. Low rain chances after the rain that's on the radar today gets on out of here. Around the country, lots of stuff making headlines for the holiday week. We've got impactful weather expected from the northern plains to the upper Great Lakes both today and tomorrow. All that while above average temperatures are continuing for much of the central and eastern United States. A cold front is bringing cold, blustery conditions to the northern and central plains on Tuesday. And so there's just a lot of things to kind of dodge. I think that system heading to the upper Great Lakes is likely going to slow travel there for anybody planning to head out early for the Thanksgiving holiday. All right, it's time for the Around the Ozarks Wake Up Weather Brain Twister trivia question for the day. And the question is this: what year was the first official Thanksgiving proclaimed as a national holiday by President Abraham Lincoln? A, 1621, B, 1776, C, 1863, or D, 1939. The first official Thanksgiving was proclaimed a national holiday by President Abe Lincoln. That could have been your context clue there for you if you knew the years of his presidency. C, 1863. Here's the trivia question that I'll leave you with for tomorrow. What food was almost certainly not served at the first Thanksgiving in 1621? Do you think it was A, turkey, B, pumpkin pie, C, venison, or D, corn? Which one of these almost certainly was not served at the very first Thanksgiving in 1621? You can let me know your guess. That's at the website, aroundtheozarks.com. Thanks so much for listening this morning, and a big shout out to our sponsors, Command Family Medicine, Heating and Air Paramedics, The Trailer Ranch, Hewitt Messenger, and Taylor Gruboff Chevrolet. Sure appreciate you listening this morning. Grab the rain gear. It won't be too terribly cold, but it's not a nice day to be out and about. I also wanted to let you know that our Christmas promotion starts today at aroundtheozarks.com. So if you're on the website filling out the trivia question, make sure you check out our other contests. We are ready to deck the Ozarks this holiday season. So from today through December 7th, submit your pictures to us for the best holiday decor and light displays. You can do that on our website. You can take those submissions for 2 weeks, then beginning December 8th and lasting through the 14th. Everyone is going to vote for their favorite. One winner will receive a 4-pack of tickets to Silver Dollar City, $100 to Jim's Steakhouse, and $100 to Alamo Drafthouse. All of this brought to you by the Barker Shop. Professional pet services you can rely on. Boarding, grooming, daycare. All breeds, all needs, all love at the Barker Shop. very fun contests happening at the website. Check it out, aroundtheozarks.com.